live?
Well, I mean, it says we're live.
All right, welcome back to LangTime Studio, and we're going to start off the way we start off every week with this week's LangTime Lolos. So we're going to do the top three, and as per tradition, Jesse's going to start at number 2. Jesse, what is your number 2 LangTime Lolo of the week?
I was totally half listening. There was a comment with my name in it, and so I got sidetracked. But I saw Tim had my name in a comment, and I was like, oh, wait, what did I say?
Blah, 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 blah,
I
Jesse.
did indeed say that this week is a normal episode, and next week is going to be a special episode that will be released.
But you have to look at the context. That wasn't what they were talking about. Or he was misresponding. Because it was Ragdoll asking if it was going to happen at the same time, right? If it was going to happen at 2. Because of the time change.
Okay. Well, anyway.
They were...
Regardless.
Their conversation was... Whew, and then here comes a wild Jesse.
But Tim is totally
my
right.
Name. Sorry.
Whack. Gotta get Erin over here so she can do the drive-by wax again. Although, you should turn sideways. You've got like a hair flip going on, but with only one section of your hair in the back.
What? Can I fix it?
I guess you can, but I thought you were gonna maybe turn all the way sideways. Oh yeah, see, you got one section just sticking straight in.
I've got a pair of scissors.
Okay. Anyway. I don't know what the LangTime Lolos are. What are they? Top 3, but I was supposed to start at 2. What?
It's just something that we've done every single week since the beginning of LangTime Studio.
Yeah, and you obviously know.
It's been kind of your thing. You've been kind of in charge of it.
I know. I dropped the ball, and I'm going to drop the ball so much that it's just not going to happen today. Okay, so...
Hi there, Grendel.
Yes, hey, Grendel. I did need to...
Jake and I needed to have a conversation about something. It was something from Discord. Something that...
It sounds like really ominous.
Oh, it is. Where's that?
Oh!
Jake, did you know that I gave a presentation at SOAS in London? That would have been... Here, I'll tell you when it was. Very easy to find out. Let's look at my London photos and hope that we don't get Canada.
Okay, so as you're doing that, I have something I want to say.
Oh.
Grendel, I want to wish you a happy birthday because it's coming up this week. And so happy birthday. Hope it's wonderful. And yeah. I wanted to make sure I got that out there before we moved on.
Did I not take a photo of myself at the SOAS campus? I don't think I did. But I'm pretty sure that this was the trip. So that would have been 2017. Well, look at how lovely that looks.
It really does look lovely. Twinkly lights always make me happy.
February of 2017.
Ooh. And Dark Horse made a birthday song. That's exciting.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so as you're doing that,
this looks like something Conlang related. So,
do you want me to move on, or you?
That's right. Look at this. There is a huge slide there. Like a massive slide.
You do realize that you're just showing me pictures and everybody is watching you show me pictures.
There's this massive slide. And I didn't know about it, but I could have gone on that slide.
Yes, it was
when,
semi in frame when you did it. You kind of dropped a little as you talked.
But that was when I stayed with Cy and Alex for one day. And when I finally went for the first time to Nando's.
What is Nando's?
Nando's is a chicken place, and it's very popular in Britain, although it's a South African place. They have very controversial commercials, and also it's a thing, and I don't even understand how the syntax of this works. But there is this phrase, cheeky Nando's.
I swear somebody said that on here at one point, or
I wouldn't put it past them. And like, I don't understand, like, is it a noun phrase? Like, do you do a cheeky Nando's? Like, I don't, is it an adjective? Like,
Jake went there again this week.
I'm proud of you.
And also, gosh, I swear, there was a comment I was going to say something about, but
that
now
that last line doesn't work, dark horse. To you I wish health and plenty of wealth for all the year coming. May these things find you. That doesn't work so well. Those last two words don't scan.
Oh, that was built in 2012 for the Olympics.
How about and plenty of smelt?
You have a cheeky Nando's.
Okay.
Ooh, Mateus has a friend who works for Nando's.
Designing their website, do they get free chicken? But so like a cheeky Nando's what? Like it's kind of like saying like I'm gonna have a yummy KFC. No, yeah. Like what would that mean? You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously.
Or I'm gonna have a ribald. Is that how you say it? Ribald or ribald?
God, I say ribald, which means it's probably wrong.
I don't know. I have a feeling the British would say ribald.
It's both.
And ribald is first.
Ribald or ribald?
Yes. I think that's somewhere on par. A ribald KFC. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Well, obviously that's the extra crispy chicken with a biscuit and honey.
There you go, Miles.
Oh, yes, that is.
All right.
Okay. Oh, Zendaya, who doesn't say hi to you anymore? What's that about us? Cassandra says it's me. Okay, anyway, let's get to some poll results because this week, anyone who voted probably already knows the results.
Very controversial poll in that nobody did what I wanted.
No, people did do what you wanted. And in fact, it was really only 27 to 11. It could have been much worse.
It's 27 to 11?
Were the results, yes.
Goodness gracious. People came out of the woodwork to vote on this one. And 27-11 in favor of not doing the really awesome sound change that we came up with. And no, there's not gonna be generational differences or any of that stuff. Or what people were suggesting, why not just do the sound change but then don't write it? Give me a break. Give me a break. No.
Break me off a piece of that cake. Okay. You set it up.
That
so
reminds me of Human Giant. But anyway. Terrible.
The sound change is not going to happen. David is incredibly happy.
Terrible.
And he, of course, blamed me and said I
poisoned the well.
Poisoned the well. I said he poisoned his own well when he said that it would not be it would have to be reflected in romanization.
Of course it would.
I said that's what killed it, and I think I'm right.
Unbelievable. Okay, well, all right. So then
it doesn't matter. What matters is
aren't reflected in romanization. So from now on, we're gonna spell wasituna will be spelled maybe something like.
And now he's going to do something ridiculous.
There we go. There's your romanization. That's wasituna. There you go. Makes perfect sense. See,
there's a difference between the slippery slope of, look, everything is just a nightmare and makes no sense. And, hey, there's this predictable sound change that happens, and we're just going to say, like, we're not going to write it out because you need to see the missing vowel so you can actually figure out what the word is.
It's too big.
And so that's, well then, it doesn't matter. We're going to write it all out anyway because there are no voiceless vowels anymore.
I know.
Get rid of it.
Even though it's so hard to say ch-e, ki, say ch-e. So much easier.
That sounds like a David pronunciation.
Unbelievable.
The Jesse pronunciation is to not do the adjective at all and just say chiki.
The river, my goodness, the tones weren't even right.
Nope.
The river mice, damn it, are going to have their day. Okay, so clearly this is where we left off and where we wanted to pick up. Applicatives.
Pick up.
Uh-huh. I like that.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm just like, I'm ready for a nap.
Did Grimes and Elon Musk, did they break up? Did that not work out?
Who's Grimes?
That was the right answer. That was the appropriate answer.
For real, is this something I should be Googling?
Oh man, can we make Nando's a word in this language? It come out as nado. Because at the end it makes it low tone.
That was my low tone.
Your low tone is high?
And it would be a T, not a D, because we don't have a D.
We don't?
No.
Oh my goodness. Do we just randomly not have anything voiced in this? Like we've got some voiced fricatives, but...
That is because of other sound changes. It has.
Wow. Did we do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Holy smoke. Reminds me a lot of that other language we're working on.
Okay. Well, now it's like I want to research to find out who this is. I really haven't.
Ooh, I like that. Heidi howdy, everybody.
Everybody. I like it.
Very close to everybody.
Ooh, Silvertail can make it. That's exciting. Okay. Oh, and hello, Cam. Alrighty. Let's... Oh. Good to know. Thank you, Miles.
The relevant bit is when they had a child, and I don't know what the exact name was, but it was something like and then like or something like that. Like they said this was our son's name.
Nice.
And
obviously
they announced it
Axel.
And they announced it. Oh no, it wasn't pronounced like that. It was something else starting with an A. Somebody in chat will be able to get it. But like they announced this on Twitter and they were roundly made mock of. It was a thing, I don't know, last year and a half ago.
I mean, don't you do something like that for attention? Therefore, getting mocked is getting the attention that you so desperately craved.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know.
It's just...
naming a child.
Oh, pronounced Ash.
No, neither of those. It wasn't, no, it was a longer name. It was a 2-syllable name.
And Miles says Brad. Oh, my word. Okay. I actually don't know what foundation is, Dark Horse.
We're not going to do that, and I will tell you why. I was interviewed to go on foundation, and then we got to the point where I said, well, this is what I charge, and they just never called me back again, so forget it. We're not talking about foundation. It's a show on Apple. It's the adaptation of an Isaac Asimov thing. Okay, so like, did we not get far with this applicative stuff? Like, did we not okay, and then copular constructions.
Yeah, this is where we were
drop out, leave it in
in terms of like the whole reason it started was because we wanted
okay, so
to
we
do copular.
And then V is what? What's it mean?
Well, I believe it came from to take or something. Just a second. Did we not list it anywhere?
Did you do a little searchy brew? One of these?
Nope.
There it is.
But to breathe. I breathe as a teacher.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Just search where it came from. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so then we got that. So then, I guess we're not doing this then?
We are not. And I
Why is that
believe
still there?
that's a wonderful question. We're also not doing teacher hug scurry.
Yeah. Okay. However, we were thinking about making that a commutative thing. Do we have? And I think I did this like probably saying the exact same things I did last week. Do we have a commutative case in this?
No.
We don't. We have an instrumental. We have instrumental.
Look, I'm going to do a fancy
Instrumental
search.
is tie.
And
We
the
don't have
only place
commutative.
that we have the word commutative in this language is in the green by hug.
Okay, so we can do.
Did you see I did a fancy search? Do you know you can do a little find just like that?
Yeah. But if there was only one word and I was looking at it, but then I suppose you're right. I'm sorry.
Mateus, that's really funny.
Okay.
It rained, I forgot. Okay.
So I like the three that we have here. Let's go ahead and delete this. No, wait. Let's delete this. Let's delete this.
Okay.
No, let's keep that, all right?
We have a locative case. I don't know if you want to use that separately from the locative applicative.
Yeah, we do. We want to, for the variety. Okay, so then, and these could mean, I scurry. Well, this doesn't really make sense, but with the teacher, so we got mouse using teacher as baton. I scurry with the teacher. They scurry together, and then I scurry on the teacher. Self-explanatory.
I think we need new example sentences.
Well, you want to use different nouns with these things because ordinarily you're going to have an animate commutative and then an inanimate tool like instrumental, and then a locational location.
Right.
But that's basically the idea.
It's the idea, sure.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking about custard tarts. Custard, not custard.
Look at
Custard.
these people. They're not even from California using the word hella. Stop. It's one of our worst exports. The top worst export being the OC television series.
Oh.
Absolutely ruined thing.
Do you know I've never seen it?
I'm so grateful.
Not even an episode.
Like, I am so grateful.
To the point where you said that and I had to go, wait, what?
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, oh gosh, awful. You know, nobody used that phrase. Nobody ever said the OC. The television show invented it, and then people started saying it afterwards, and it's just, oh. Kind of like saying the LA for Los Angeles. Ugh.
Okay, so this is a good question. Where was it? Miles, what would the difference be between using the instrumental applicative and marking a noun in the instrumental case?
It's just six of one, half dozen of another. But it's also it's not. There's no like semantic difference. It is a pragmatic difference, and that's something that we're going to essentially build on out. So like applicatives, the applicative argument tends to be background information. So that might work a little differently in this, since we're going to be starting with that. Sorry for that, Now that's one. I get two per episode. If I do a third though, you can just lay into me and take over the rest of the episode. But yeah, no, it's just a pragmatic difference. Same thing as like saying like, well, what's the difference between saying like, I eat an apple and the apple is eaten by me? There's no difference, but there is a pragmatic difference. Sorry, I ate the apple versus the apple was eaten by me. They both convey the same information, they just do it in different ways. And because they do it in different ways, speakers can utilize those constructions in different contexts and have different shades of meaning attached to them.
I also say the apple. It was me who ate it. You can get all sorts of different ways to say that, all sorts of different constructions. It was the apple that was eaten by me. All of this is saying the same thing.
Yeah. But those are the only 4 ways to say it. There are no other ways. All the other ways are illegal in English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so you don't need to worry about like there has to be like especially if you're creating your own language, you don't have to be like, oh, I have an instrumental case, so I can't have an instrumental applicative. That's not how this works. Speakers will make a difference between them or find different situations to use either. And in this case, this is one of the things we've absolutely been building towards. We want a way, as many ways as possible, to start with a noun and then have a sentence. What have I been given?
You're supposed to throw that away.
It's just a hair.
Yes, so throw it away. You're by the trash can.
Here, I can just put it on the floor. It's no.
Oh my God, you're right by the trash can.
But,
literally, move your arm.
But I could
there.
just put it on the floor. It's not a big deal. It's just a hair.
Anyway.
The birds who fly into our house will take it and use it in their nests.
So, yes, exactly. They will be ready to take us away if we use one of the other forms for how to say I ate an apple.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, so the only one that I'm uncomfortable with here is this, because it is pretty intransitive, at least as we conceive of it. We can create a version of sit that does take a direct object and it just means sit upon, or can you think of some other verb which takes an obvious locational locative argument? Direct object.
But a direct object.
Yeah, something like occupy, inhabit.
Dig. Dig the garden. It's a location and a direct object. Swim. You swim the sea. Swim the river.
There are no bad answers in brainstorming.
Burrow, put, flow. Oh, Dark Horse likes swim. Apparently David does not. If you can't see the face. Enter.
Maybe for the river
Enter.
mice.
To enter a building.
Okay, but
Inhabit.
it's a
Live in.
Yeah.
Reside at.
Yeah, by the by, this is a static locative argument, right? So like dig, burrow, enter doesn't really make sense. right?
Sleep. I sleep the bed. We need to be able to say that. Oh, settle. Okay. My brain. Did I mention I could totally go for a nap? So that's where my brain is. Ooh, to nuzzle, to sing, to cook in the hair up, to mark with urine. You can mark a spot.
Do mice mark that way?
Ooh, occupy.
And occupy is good. It's just a very complex concept.
Fill.
Yes. Something like that. Fill.
Okay. We are brainstorming
Fill works.
verbs to use for a locative applicative.
Fill works. I just want something better. Generally, you fill something with something else. I want to be like, this is a thing I fill with myself.
Okay. To and chicken. We need to make that a word in English. Because Dark Horse is pointing out that they store stuff in their cheeks, and so to and chicken.
Yeah. Why aren't we awash in Biblaridian examples right now? I assume he has access to the most ancient levels of English vocabulary. Why aren't we being presented with these items right now?
Oh, Aquamelon. I haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. To place, to rest, to be, to wash. Do you want to work on something else as we continue brainstorming? Because if I stare at this too much, I'm gonna run out of ideas.
Well,
but if I let my brain keep, just dream.
We can start coming up with forms for take and hug, pick up and hug.
And we still have some forms up here. If you wanted to use any of these shouldn't be used yet. So if you like any of the forms on pages 5/6. Oh, hi, Tunky. Oh, Jake says socially dominant mice, urine mark. Huh. Oh, bye, Ragdoll. Have a good class.
Oh.
He often mouse pees about his house.
Nest.
Oh.
Is there a mouse-ish or mouse-relevant word that is like nest? Because do mice make nests?
Rats do.
What exactly do mice? How do they live? What is their natural habitat? Let's go to the wilds of the internet. Natural habitat mice.
They make a burrow underground.
Mice typically make a burrow underground if they live out in the wild. And that's why people were saying burrow. I am furiously sorry for doing this, but now I kind of want to go back to burrow, the one that I previously rejected.
And not just rejected, but like kind of vehemently. It's coming out all wrong. Rejected. You heard it here first.
You did. You've probably never heard the word vehemently before. Heard it here first. Go out and spread the good news.
Things just sometimes don't come out the right way the first time.
My.
Any hoozles. Let's go back to burrow.
Yeah. So to burrow, to make a burrow.
Cam. Did you see the comment? It was bad. Oh, that's good.
The worst thing I did, though, as you know, was when I was 16. I broke up with a girl over the phone on her birthday while she was at her birthday party. That was a bad one.
This is just like an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Really, really need you to watch that show because you...
You know, I've seen most of it.
Well, yeah, but you gotta see it all in order with me. But that's like literally what's happening.
Jake, are you just recommending something that sounds like your school?
I like it.
Oh, by the way, for those that are interested in How I Met Your Mother, you should know that Jesse contributed a chapter to a book about language use in How I Met Your Mother. What was the book called?
Watching TV with a linguist.
Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's extraordinary.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That's a popular book that people might pick up, you know?
I mean, I had fun working on it.
Isn't that really cool?
And Tungi knows it so well. He knows exactly which episode I'm talking about. I love it. Okay, so do you want to go back to burrow then and actually make it official?
Yeah, but before we solicit recommendations, we need to be clear about what exactly, like how exactly we're doing this. Which is, these things are going to be prefixes. They're going to be prefixes directly to the verb. They're going to turn the verb into an intransitive verb. Okay. And so we need to consider forms that are fairly small, because we want them to be fairly small prefixes, something like the negative prefixes. And maybe consider having them have dual forms in case they occur before a verb that begins with a vowel.
Okay.
Something like that.
But when you said it makes it intransitive,
Yes.
I thought the whole point was that it was going to make it transitive. Because it was going to be like a verb like scurry, which is intransitive, and essentially turn it into a transitive verb.
You know, in my head, I was thinking of a different thing. What's going to happen is the prefix is going to go on the verb, and then prefix to that is going to be a noun. The whole thing is going to be a suffix on a noun, and the result will be an intransitive verb that has an incorporated object. That's what I meant. But thank you. So now we need something that goes in between, right? Because the noun isn't going to change. The noun isn't going to change, right? So they should be something that starts, it should be something that starts with a consonant.
When you say the noun isn't going to change,
Yeah.
what do you mean by that?
It's not going to change form. The object of the noun, the object that's incorporated, it's not going to change form.
But like any object could be incorporated, right?
Yes. And so that's why the prefix has to begin with a consonant.
The prefix, the verbal prefix.
Yes.
Not the incorporated noun.
No.
And so when you back up, just said this is all going to be a suffix on a noun, what you meant Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're treating the object as the noun that is being suffixed.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm ready to go back to where we were. Yes. Okay. So, side note. Tungi learned English with How I Met Your Mother. Awesome.
Wow.
And Noah learned it from Friends. And there's actually like a whole book that was written about using Friends to learn English, and it was a comparison of natural language use and dialogue in Friends, and it was really interesting to look at all the things you can learn. Anyway.
If there was one show that I probably watched more than others that influenced the way that I use English myself, it was probably the A-Team.
Interesting.
Never
seen it.
You've never seen the A-Team?
No, and think you can.
Oh my. I've seen every episode of the A-Team dozens of times over. The only thing that got me off of the A-Team was MacGyver. You certainly watched MacGyver, right?
I've at least seen an episode of that, though.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Minnie. And hey, Bib. So, no, what he said was the A-Team. Like the letter A followed by a hyphen, followed by the word team.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you liked Vampire. Yes.
The 18, it was a sequel to the 100 after a lot of them had died.
But Tungi, okay, so he has seen How I Met Your Mother, just not like, he's not like me and hasn't watched the entire series from like episode 1 to, episode ending. And not only have I done that, but like I've done it several times over, including the most recent rewatch was when I was in Philadelphia, and my niece and I rewatched it together.
How many seasons are there?
10.
Okay, so I will have seen all of seasons 9 and 10. And then as you go backwards, like more episodes the closer you get towards the end. So more of season 8, a little less of 7, a little less of 6, and then like scattered episodes here and there before that. Okay.
I'll just sit over here in Gen Z and not know what most of these references are.
But Silvertail, isn't your icon the cat Salem from Sabrina, the show from the 90s? Like, isn't that Salem?
Looks like
the
it.
cat? Yeah.
But maybe it's also just a black cat.
Whoa. Matisse has watched all of MacGyver 3 times, and I sure hope you mean the MacGyver from the 80s and not the recent one. Alright.
Nice.
Okay. Alright. So.
Jonathan.
That's how I am with cars. If a car is a particular color, pretty much I can confuse it for any other car of that color, unless it's a Corvette.
Silvertail found the picture before he even knew that the show was a thing.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like so the Netflix show was like, well, let's take this and make it serious and like really hardcore, and then of course the whole thing is related to like I guess the biggest, hugest intellectual property in the history of America, which is Archie. Are you familiar with this?
With
Archie comics?
Well, yeah, I actually have old Archie comics, but yeah.
How does it have so many spin-offs, and why do so many people take it seriously?
Archie?
Yes.
I don't know.
It boggles the mind. Anyway.
A little piece of Americana, I guess. Okay, so we need consonant initial.
Yes.
Little forms.
Little. Talking like monosyllabic, if we can get it.
I mean, then why not just...
CBC.
Right. I was just looking at the sounds here.
I was looking at this list of things, roots we have yet to use.
Oh, but they're all 2 syllable, and you
All
want
of them?
Yeah.
Dang.
People like 2 syllables. Now I'm hungry.
Syllables always make me.
Riverdale is a wonderful dumpster fire.
Let's go with CVC. CVC.
I mean, what other prefixes do we already have so we don't make them sound too similar?
How would you pronounce the word? I don't know. Is it English? Is it a real word? Is ramet a real word?
Well, that's obviously how you say it. Not in this
No,
dictionary.
yeah, that's not a word. You may have asked this before. This is the weirdest thing. It's be like saying, like, I may have asked you this before, but what do you think of the city of blank? It's like, I've never heard of that city. It's not a word in zoology. There's no such thing as zoology.
Well, no, not when you pronounce it zoology, but when you say zoology, then it's totally
Pull it
okay.
up. Pull it up. Zoology.
Second pronunciation, though, the preferred zoology.
Well, if I have any experience with you in pronouncing things, you seem to prefer the second pronunciation, the dispreferred pronunciation.
Okay. So, I'm just ignoring him right now. How about somebody starts with a T?
Well, let's look at our other, this is what I want to look at. Let's look at the negators. Oh, yeah, oh, shoot. How do we negate these things? That's the other thing. Because I have to feel like the negation is going to go in the middle, right? Because, like, I don't scurry with the teacher is different from I scurry without the teacher.
Yes. So it's going to be take, negation, scurry.
Do you think we should be able to negate both and actually have that distinction? So I don't scurry with the teacher, I scurry without the teacher.
And then a double negation is I don't scurry without the teacher.
Oh, yeah. I mean, by the
I
way,
always have the teacher.
Yeah. Yes. And the mice definitely have to do that. English is very rare, by the way, with how we do double negation, where it's, multiplicative rather than additional. I think it makes sense for the mice to be like English and be very rare and say, and it's like, I don't not like hamburgers means I like hamburgers.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right.
I like that. Okay.
Oh, ramet is a synonym for zooid. Or, no, wait.
Or would you say zooid?
Zooid, I'm sorry. Wait, is it zooid or is it zooid?
I'm guessing zooid.
Oh my goodness. Zoology.
Zoology. Okay, but I'm gonna go back to.
Okay. So yeah, let's go here and let's start cutting things out. So back to negation.
A T or a K form we don't have. We have an ejective T, but we don't have just regular T. It's on pages 24 to 25.
Okay, so na, ja, thwa, u, lu, tu, tu, e, a, e. Vu. This is interesting. What is this?
To breathe.
Okay, right. So vu and nyo. And then we did, this is from up there. And we still want to have receipt in there. We just haven't got a word for receipt yet.
Because we're going to wait.
Yeah, we're going to wait until we get it. Okay, so you said T and K. I think that's good. And how about M?
Ooh, I like that. TKM.
TKM. Perfect. All right, let's do TKM. So we're looking for CVC forms. One that starts with T, one that starts with K, and one that starts with M.
The hug needs to start with M.
I think you're right. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to, here we go.
I'm going to go ahead and change that.
And then I'll add, let's do pickup.
I don't not like hamburgers. It's a whole nother beast. Yes, it is. I like that.
And then, of course, there's from The Simpsons. Dad, are you licking toads? I'm not licking toads.
Okay, so Minnie suggests mom.
Yeah.
As a root, which I actually likes that would give us a low tone. Simply we don't have that video.
We could do the syllable that I inserted into every language.
Trying not to sneeze. Yes, go on.
Mem.
Oh. That'd be fun. Although wouldn't mom come out as mem? No, wait. It doesn't affect the A, it only affects the high vowels.
Yes, it lowers them.
So never mind. So meme would come out as meh.
I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
No, I think that's right. Because I think the ah is the only unaffected.
Oh wait, it's down in the
It's like sound changes.
yeah, sound changes.
And then Miles, I like what Miles is doing, the K for the burrow.
But again,
But we want
CVC.
a consonant at the end.
Really got to have that CVC form.
And Jake is suggesting TAW, which comes to toe.
That would be a good one. That would be a good one because it would show up in different places. So let's do it.
We don't mark low tones.
We sure don't. That would have indicated a falling tone.
Which we don't have anymore, so.
Man.
That's what your idea was. And if you like TAW becoming toe, I think that should be take or pick up.
I think so too. It's good.
Which is then really funny because then, to toe something.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't, Cupcake Parade, you have to either do a coda consonant or a diphthong. You can't have both.
I was just wondering that. So that's correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
It's one or the other. And so something with K definitely is good. And Jonathan, it's just that mem shows up in all of his languages.
Let's not do com because we already have a coda M. And by the way, the reason if you want to know, if you want to know why mem shows up in all of my languages, it's when I started playing Civilization 4, Sid Meier's Civilization 4, and I think it was then. And I would often be the Egyptians. And so it auto-named cities, and that was the first time I realized that Memphis was a city in Egypt, ancient Egypt, that was where the name came from. Totally changed the way I thought of the city name Memphis. It was such a, I don't know, I mean, because, before it was Memphis, Tennessee, so you think of the things you do think of when you think of Tennessee, hokey.
You don't... Anyway, you and I think very different things when we hear Memphis.
Country music. But then when I thought of Memphis as being from ancient Egypt, I was like, ooh, what a powerful syllable. I really like the idea of something beginning with mem. So I started
anyway, KUL, cool, would become cool, right?
Low tone, right?
Cool, I believe so. So that's definitely because we don't have that ooh there, yeah.
Interesting. Miles is. Oh, by the way, the protoform, of course, would be R, because the modern form is L. Miles is suggesting core, which he says comes out as qua. Which, is that true?
It is, yeah. I was like, I don't think of country music when I think of Memphis. And yeah, it's blues, early rock and roll,
I mean,
and into jazz. Nashville is associated with country music, yes. Memphis, though, is blues.
they're from the same place.
No. Anyway. Let's get back to this. So what was so yes, KOR would indeed become something like wa.
Yeah, let's pull that up so that everybody can look. And remember that it's R in the proto, L in the modern. So OR would become wa. UR would also become wa. So like proto cool or kur would become qua. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Let's do that.
What? Kur?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, oh, I really like that. I really like that for burrow. Oh my goodness. So that's going to become qua. And low tone? Yeah, low tone. And so then let's burrow, make a home. That's really intransitive though. Why would it? Maybe that's why I jettisoned burrow. It's not really transitive.
Yeah, but for them it could be.
I guess. They don't have to be. Like, it's gonna have to be. I guess we can just say it's ambitransitive, and it can serve intransitively, or you can say, you know, I burrowed the tree stump.
Mm-hmm.
Made a home there. Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, hey, if nobody knows this, the name that Aquamelon just spelled out is pronounced Rick Riordan.
No.
Yes, it is.
I've been saying that wrong this whole time.
So is everybody.
And Tungi thought Elvis was from Egypt.
Yeah.
I like that.
I saw that. Okay. And so let's. So these forms are going to be. Well, these are the verbs, and let's do the applicatives. How do we want to do this section? I don't even know where I usually write applicatives. We have copula, negation.
And then after that, we'll
Yeah,
do
we need to do something with that.
We gotta fix this document.
Participles are probably not going to
Yeah.
be.
So Thomas, same. I always thought it was Riordan, but apparently not.
Really? I always thought it was Reardon.
I said I had 3 syllables. I just thought it was Riordan.
Oh, yeah. I just thought it was Reardon because that's a name.
And it's Riordan.
Riordan.
With stress on the first syllable,
Yes,
not on the
indeed.
Riordan.
Nope,
No.
Riordan.
Riordan. Okay.
Yep. Nice, Minnie. Okay, let's see. LangTime features 3 different applicative strategies.
That was some excellent wordplay, Minnie.
These strategies are presented below.
Yes. We are going to have so much fun at some point going back through this document and fixing all of the formatting.
Where's the mouse? No, I'm sorry. I have to go borrow the mouse. Where are you, little friend? There
You
it
know
is.
what you should do.
What should I do? What ought I do?
Well, now that we have all those little pictures for emoji reactions on Discord, you should save some of those, because we totally could have had an Ozzy Yamosa here.
Let's see. There we go. Okay.
But the mouse is obviously the better option for this.
Okay. Instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be meh or none.
Yes.
So we,
Oh, that was not instrumental.
no,
That's committed
that
or
was
translated.
committed. I'm just going to call it committed.
Okay, so for instrumental, it's going to be T-O, low tone, or T-A, high tone, W.
Okay, and then
And the last one, locative, is going to be either qua, high tone. No. Qua, low tone. Or K-U, high tone, L.
Okay.
Oh, that is very nice. Okay, stop for a minute. I'm ready to celebrate.
Good. I was going to actually spell out a little bit what these did, but
I think we need to celebrate having these prefixes ready to go.
Here we go with our
Then
unofficial sponsor, Copico. With the Copico juice squeezed directly from coffee beans, as this picture shows. Look, just dip it in a little groove, it just comes out. That's how they make Copico.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to see if it wakes you up if I grind coffee beans in the morning. Because I bought whole coffee beans. I need to grind them.
Do you not ordinarily?
No, they're usually ground when I buy them.
Okay. I
And this morning I was going to grind coffee beans. I was like, oh, I don't know if that'll wake them up.
I like the idea, but since pretty much nothing wakes me up, I doubt it.
Excellent. Copico to ground coffee beans.
Cheers.
Mm.
Yeah. This trash can is actually getting kind of full. I mean, you empty it.
Minnie is asking, oh, Jonathan, it is not actually pronounced Copico. No, but I looked at it like, wait. But Minnie was asking, does anyone know of any languages where adverbs are made from the combination of a nominalized form of a verb plus the comitative, well, postposition or adposition, I would imagine.
Not a verb, but I do that with Valerian sometimes. But actually, the result is adjectives. Never mind. Copico, fresh squeezed coffee bean. Yeah, I like that.
Ooh,
Look at Turkish. What?
Miles, and whoever was talking about it before, the other form should indeed be K-E-L because all U's across the board became E's.
Huh.
Right?
Well, I think that's listed wrong in our chart, isn't it? Oh no, it's not because it's not relevant. The other, yes, thank you. That is correct. Oh, qua, cool. That's really cool. I like that.
Really cute.
It really is cool. Anyway,
I'm making sure we didn't miss any of those other.
Minnie, whether that happens or not, it sounds really plausible. So in other words, like you're talking about trying to get an adverb, like he walked to the park versus he walked to the park with dancing. In other words, he walked to the park dancingly, or he walked to the park dancing. I think that makes a lot of sense. A really easy way to convey that notion, rather than the kind of clumsy way we have in English. Personally, I think it's clumsy. Like, you know, he walked to the park dancing, or he walked to the park singing. I find that to be very haphazard and very random. It'd be the type of thing where it's like if you were learning English as a second language and you learned a lot about the verbs and everything, you see this sentence and you're like, what's that there? Like, what is it? It's just a random verb sitting there. Why? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's terrible. I think it's poor design on the part of English. Anyway.
Lois, do you want to what examples you wanted to add
Yeah. So.
verbs?
Oh, an example would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's do it. Let's do a couple for each one. We're gonna need an obvious instrument. Do we have a noun that's an obvious instrument yet?
One moment. No. I mean, we have a vine. We can do something using a vine. Like, I think we have to slide, so we can slide using the vine.
Okay. Let's do that.
Or tie, we could tie using the vine.
Well, that raises Yeah. Now this is interesting. Yeah. I think that we should be able to do this. Let's do slide first. I want to do a couple of things here. I'm gonna use a different bullet though. No, those aren't going to do it. These need to be important bullets. Oh dear. There we go.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I actually approve of that one.
Oh, thank
I
you.
approve of the mouse too. It's just some of the bullets you say that I'm going to like and you're wrong.
Okay, so let's do the mouse. Slides.
To slide is Z-H-E-G high tone.
And is that correct?
I mean, as far as we don't have any morphology figured out for verbs yet, right?
No.
Beyond.
Aside from plurality and negation and things like that. Okay, the mouse slides. Okay, let's go ahead and put vine in the instrumental if we would.
Okay, well, the root for vine is KD, so it's ejective K, low tone E, and then ev, high tone I.
Okay. Kitty. And let's go to our instrumental and put that in its case.
I need to get these.
Oh, you could have a really, tough guy grammar thing.
Pa,
Talking
low tone.
to a noun. Time to put you in your case. All right.
Pa, low tone.
Queripa.
Ooh, that's fun.
Chiqui queripa. Let's say chiqui queripa. Okay.
Oh my god, that is so cute.
Very
I can't
cute.
say it for the life of me, but it's so freaking cute.
Okay, and now the mouse slides with the vine incorporated. Queridi. Chiqui querido, Jun. Oh, sorry. Chiqui querido, Jun. Mouse slides with the vine. Okay. And now, okay, we want tie. You can tie with the vine. And do we have another animate noun or like a word for box or something?
What do you mean, like, word for box? What would that be for? Are you trying to get like another object?
Yeah. Now I want to change the color of this. I want to change the color of this to hot pink or teal.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, like, so do we have like, I don't know, do we have a word for like cat or something yet?
We have
Dog?
turtle.
Is that
Yeah,
dog?
we have dog, we have owl, we have turtle.
There we go. Let's do dog. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, what's the unnatural case for uki? Uki.
One second.
That's really cute. Neat.
Unnatural is gonna be uni. No, uni. It's the eni because the L comes from the root.
So it's ukini. Wait a minute. Right, it does go low tone. So ukini. Chiki iki ukini. That's really hard to say. And then tie. We do tie.
I really need to. Okay. We apparently use tie a lot there. Ha.
And then let's go. Funny. Mouse ties up the dog with vine. Chiki. Oh boy, this is hard. Chiki uki. Chiki ukini. Boy. Chiki ukini. Geli papa. Cute. Mouse ties up the dog with a vine. Yeah.
Uki plus ini, would it be a kuni? Because an I followed by an U.
I was just going by I see what you have there. Go back up to the thing where it described how to do those cases.
I need to add like more.
See, I just went by this.
Okay. I see, yeah. I wasn't realizing that was up there.
I mean, what you point out though is it's well founded. I think what just happened is that it's simplified just for the cases.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Chiki, ukini, querido po. That is cute. Querido pa.
Pa, I was gonna say, you keep saying po.
Querido pa. That's very cute. Chiki, ukini, querido pa.
You don't want me doing any pronunciations here.
Except that I see that I just totally destroyed my previous example. There we go. There we go.
I kind of like that. The kitty papa. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cases.
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you were asking, Carl. But you may be looking at asking something else. For California linguists, every word is hella nice.
Okay. So that illustrates that. Let's go ahead and do with.
Oh my goodness.
I wanted, but for this, I just wanted to show that it was it could be transitive too. Now we showed that we do this. So now the mouse slides with the dog. I actually don't know how we are going to do a comitative.
Outside of
application. So let's just delete that for the time being. Mouse slides with the dog.
That's cute. I like that.
Tiki uki meshi. Mouse slides with the dog.
That's lovely.
This is going to be hard to pronounce. Like, these aren't hard consonants or vowels. It's really simple, but it's just going to take a lot of getting used to.
And you'll get used to it because, you'll be pronouncing everything. So I'll be like, hey.
Can you pronounce this, please?
No, I told you I take out all the adjectives.
Come on, conlagging partner.
And
why don't you go ahead and pronounce that?
Everybody knew this when they decided we needed all these adjectives, and we all knew.
By the way, is this how mouse is spelled with 2 adjectives, or is it just 1?
Oh, it should just be 1.
Whoops.
Cheeky.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's find. Alright.
I think it's just now that
Is
you've
it
been
just
doing
those? Okay, then I'll do that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Cheeky. Okay. Go ahead, Jess.
we need Quechua level cases. I'm just reading. Thank you. Okay.
And why don't you read that one, but read it out loud?
I did. I read it.
Out loud. Come on.
I can't do the adjective, right?
Be a sport.
Which then puts me on the spot, which then makes it so, like, it's even worse when it comes out. So, like, you should just wait until I just randomly say it. Otherwise, being put on the spot just makes it worse.
Will you just randomly say this?
At some point.
Cheeky wiki meshi.
When I say it, it may be more like, cheeky uzi meju. That's what Cheeky Nando's is all about.
Hey, the river mice are mine, Miles. They're not hers. River mice, so much easier. You don't even have to worry about the vowel.
You still have to get an adjective, and that's the part that I struggle with.
Because the adjective, it makes it so much harder to put the vowel in.
Thank you, Dark Horse. Bye, Tunky. I also like that Dark Horse is like, that's perfectly fine. Jonathan follows it up with, that was painful.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Yeah, and this one we're gonna have three.
I think it's better than the to parla incident. Now.
How did my old friend
David
Tim,
lost many.
How did my old friend Tim address a letter to his mother? To Paula.
Who's Tim? I like it. Yes, that's another pronunciation. Okay. We need.
Some sort of a location.
We have path.
Oh, that's not bad.
And
Yeah, no, let's just do path. That's
okay.
fine.
And water, mud are also options. Mud, water, path.
Ooh, mud. No, that's kind of cute. He slides in the mud.
And that becomes
No.
you.
Okay, so the mouse slides. The mouse slides. No. Ye. Oh, okay. And so we need that in the locative case.
And it does say ye, right?
We're gonna find out.
Oh my word. Where are our cases? Okay, locative is gonna take an adjective KU, low tone.
These all end in a. Okay.
This is our only example.
Right, and none of these are tone flipping, right? That we didn't do that.
No, some of them are, but that's over in the plurals.
Got it. Okay.
Because
so.
that is the dual and the plural
Okay.
do tone thingies.
Cool. That's cool. Cool. Nope. There we go. Mouse slides in the mud. Now the mouse slides in the mud. No. You. Qua. Ji. Right? It's qua. Yep. Chiki. Chiki no yukuji. Chiki no yukaji. No. No adjective. Chiki no yukwa. No yukwaji. No yukwaji. Gosh darn it. No yukwaji. So in Xhosa, which is this language that, you know, as I've been steadily learning languages, that was the one I left off on. All the voiceless stops are just naturally adjectives. Very hard to wrap my head around this. There we go. Yeah, and we gotta get fast with this.
I was double checking sound changes.
There we go.
Yeah, it definitely stays as far as I can tell.
All right.
But anyway.
All right. Did you think it became a ja?
No, but I thought we did something, and we did do something with the ya, and it does become a ja, but only in front of the e and the a. W becomes v in front of the u and the o.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was just
but phonologically,
checking.
Phonologically, e counts as a back vowel when it comes to this rule. So I think y becomes a ja in front of e and e, but not in front of u, even though it's a front vowel.
No, that's not why. It's because the sound change where the ya becomes a ja is older than the any e forms.
Yeah.
And so there are no. But it doesn't need to count as front or back because that sound change happens first and much later the e comes about.
I contend that what we said are notational variants.
I contend that the ordering matters, otherwise we wouldn't order them.
No. The ordering does matter. We were just saying the same thing.
Well, regardless, the E does not trigger a ja, but it's also because there was no E to trigger a ja at the time that the ja was triggered.
So with respect to the sound change, it is phonologically back.
It doesn't matter.
It
Because
does.
it wasn't there.
It does matter. It does matter.
Why? Like, if there's no E in the language, why does it matter if...
Like, if you're writing a textbook for people learning this language, you'll be like, E counts as as one of these vowels. You know, they might come up with, one of those folksy little terms that they do in grammar books that teach you things. Like, they call them cheese vowels, and it's E and E, or acorn vowels,
Okay.
Well, you know how they do those types of things. They have those types of characterizations in these when you learn languages. Like Arabic has sun and moon letters. Doesn't mean anything. It's just they could have said L comes out as like plus a geminate in front of alveolars, but they don't. They say there are sun and moon letters. Ooh, Hence cheese and acorn vowels.
And so did you want another example?
I mean, we should probably have an example with a verb that begins with a vowel so that we can see some of these other forms, but we don't have any of those. And I remember we had talked previously about having a very small number of verbs, and maybe none of them would begin with a vowel, but So, but that's all right. I mean, everybody knows what that means. We'll know what that means, and it's very straightforward. Okay. Okay, in each of these strategies, a noun, an unmodified noun, is suffixed with an applicative, and this entire agglomeration is prefixed to a verb. Is this how you spell this? Feels like. Is that really how you spell it?
Yeah.
It's not like that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, and now we need another...
One M.
One M, okay, good. Now we need another paragraph that doesn't have a dot in front of it. Can I copy one of those? There we go.
What was that? No, that was different.
I know it was different.
That was different.
It's because I wasn't trying to do it again. I was just making my little noise sound. Oh, you know where this should be? Here. There we go. It's a little better. To clean up that eye line of mine. All right, so this is where we want this. So, oh my. Okay, so so this is what we want to do now. Okay, in terms of, how about when it comes to negation, both the applicative and the matrix verb may be negated separately. Let's see, LangTime is similar to English in the way that double negation is multiplicative rather than additive. Or would you say computational? No, not computational. What's that word?
Like concatenation? Are you thinking like that kind of?
No, like it adds. So like in languages like English, multiple negation is multiplicative. So it's like a negative times a negative is a positive.
Right.
But in other languages, it's additive because it's like one negative is negative.
Emphatic.
Another negative is even more negative. A third negative is even more negative because it adds up.
Do you want beyond like emphatic? Did you?
Combinatorial.
Ooh. Interesting. Look through that sentence again. Is that for us? Should we be looking?
Which sentence?
Pleonastic negation. That In the way instead of that.
I was talking, I thought it was special.
In that way.
That way.
Double negation is yes.
An instructive series of examples is presented below.
Oh dear.
All right.
And so we want.
Okay, so let's start with.
Let's do we just need the actual applicative examples. So like the mouse slides with the vine, and the mouse ties up the dog with the vine.
What's our shortest one? Probably this one. The mouse slides with the dog. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so this is positive.
Tiki uki measure. So I just needed to not be pressured.
That was very good. So we'll keep at it. Okay, positive. Mouse slides with the dog. Negative. Matrix.
Minnie, that's an amazing shirt. 7 days without a pun makes 1 week.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, the mouse
doesn't
slide.
Sklad.
Woo!
Getting some sklission.
Slide with me. Everybody slide. Okay, so sliding. What type of negation do you think sliding takes?
Oh, yeah, this was the part that's going to be super fun to figure out.
Okay, let's go up to our negators. By the way, when we enter these in the dictionary, its negator will be in there with it.
Paw. Because it's self-movement?
Doesn't slide a paw. I don't know, it doesn't slide a whisker? No.
And thank you, Noel. Dark Horse had a biology teacher that had a I love multiple organisms t-shirt. That would make a person look twice.
I guess it would be paw. I mean, I feel like it should be, yeah. Because you're sliding your whole body, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we did say there could be more.
Right.
I mean, if you want more, we can do this, but it's supposed to be like the smallest part of your body.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Negative woo. Wound.
Is this really the word twitch?
Yeah.
We just have a noun that means twitch? What the? How did I let that slide by? I don't feel a twitch. What does that mean?
And in fact,
that's a verb.
Twitch was suggested for movement, and you were like, no. It should be feel, like twitch of a whisker.
Yeah.
A whisker twitch.
Okay, fine. Nye is what it is, with a high tone. Okay. Mouse doesn't slide with the dog. Okay, good. Now we're going to do applicative.
Which, this comes from hug, right?
Yes. So this, yeah, we're gonna have to do the same thing with the applicatives.
Seed.
Doesn't hug a seed?
It's the smallest transactional.
Oh wow. Hugs are transactional. Hashtag. There's your hashtag.
give someone a hug.
I guess so. My goodness.
Well, you don't eat. I guess you could feel a hug, maybe, but that doesn't seem right in the way that it's used.
I mean, it was either going to be paw.
Miles agrees with me.
Okay, there we go. So it's either so it's
Or Miles, was that not in agreement? Rather than just saying, "This is what was just said."
Okay. Mouse slides.
Without the dog.
And now
Okay, I'm really, really liking this.
doublegation. The mouse doesn't slide without the dog.
That's right.
Yeah. I really like that.
It is. And Minnie, I'll take you one step up from that and say, here is the receipt I just wrote for said hug.
For the avoidance of doubt, the last sentence posits that the mouse refuses to slide unless the little darling can slide with the dog.
Refuses to or is unable to.
Refuses to. Mouse either refuses or is physically incapable of. I got it.
One will need
I got
slide,
it.
the
I
other
got
needs
it.
sliding. Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
With the avoidance of doubt, the last sentence posits that the mouse either refuses to slide or is physically incapable of sliding unless the little darling can slide with the dog. Or how about
I would put
unless in the company of the dog. How about that?
Okay.
You don't like that.
Mm-mm.
What don't you like about it?
Just a second. And I mean, we could have different versions of slide for involuntary versus voluntary.
No. We wouldn't have different verbs. This will be something that we build in later. Whether something is done on purpose or not.
I just feel like you made the sentence much more complicated than it needed to be. Because either refuses or is unable to slide without. And then you took out the little darling. You know, it's.
Friend who said mouse.
It's perfect now.
Okay.
Oh my word.
All right. So we're at 3:33, and so I wanted to talk about the next poll because I had a thought. I think that we might finally be at a place where we could discuss one of Dark Horse's favorite topics, naming the language.
The name.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Do we want to come up with?
Well, this is why I wanted to talk about this early. How do we want to do this poll? Do we want to come up with candidates and have the patrons vote on candidates? Do we want to just throw out ideas for meanings, just in English, and then come up with words for them and throw them together? What do we want to do?
So I think a difficulty, because this is a two-part thing, what should the language name come from?
It should end in anything but A.
And what forms do you want for it?
Yeah.
And I would think that the more important thing is, like, for the patrons, like, as a patron, like, aren't you, oh, you want it to be meanings. Okay, I was going to say, I would think as a patron, I would really want to vote on how it sounds, the actual language name. But we can also do meanings.
All our words reminds me of all my circuits. The long-running soap opera, Futurama. Which is All My Children. That was it. It was it. Yeah, got it.
If we do, if we let the patrons just straight up do meanings, would that mean it would take 2 weeks to do this entire thing? Because then they would have to do forms next?
It would take a long time. For example, with Cupcake Parade's suggestion, we know how to say our words, even though we don't have a word for words. We don't know how to do all our words. That would be something that we'd have to figure out. Where are our adjectives?
Well, we don't have a section. We have examples. Well, we do have a section.
We do have a section. So small, fastidious, slow, terrifying, dirty, wet, hard. That's what we have so far. And how do we do possession? We decided how to do possession. We just didn't write it down, did we?
It's if you go to the cases and go up to the description of the cases, there's possession in like every single one of them.
Yes.
So every case like ends in a sentence about how it can be used for a particular type of possession.
But one thing we should do is talk about order. Can we do that really quick? Because it'll help when it comes to potential language names. Let's do the mouse's vine. So the vine for the mouse. So the mouse is the vine intended for the mouse. The abaltive case.
Yes.
This is the downside of not turning on spell check. I mean, you kind of have to in a conlang leave spell check off, and you misspell things. Okay, it's a book. Okay, articles of clothing. Do we have yeah, let's just do the like somebody got a vine and is going to give it to a mouse. So allative, suffix is j. And so vine was kedi. Was it kedi?
Yes.
Kedi? What were the tones?
Low, high.
Low, high. Kedi? Kediji? Okay, kediji. Oh no. But that's not the part that needs to be modified. It's mouse that needs to be modified. So chikeji. Okay. Kedi chikeji. Okay, here we go. Whatever.
Sometimes I have to look away and so much scrolling.
I know.
So fast. So I'm just looking elsewhere.
Yeah, all the scrolling makes you want to sneeze, doesn't it?
No, it makes me very dizzy.
Okay, so okay. And kedi, right?
Yeah.
the vine or the mouse. The mouse is vine. Okay, so what's the order? Oh, because this is a verb, isn't it? I think it's got to be geddy. Yeah.
I believe it comes from to give.
Can we find it? Slide.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Yeah, now, okay. Okay. This is actually hard. So, because I think it could be either. So we have vine, mouse, slide. So, and the idea is that what we are trying to capture is the vine that slid to the mouse or something like that. And our basic order was SOV, the heads are coming at the end, and do we want the mouse slide vine? So, okay, so this would be the vine that slid to the mouse. This would be the mouse slid vine. I want to put this to a vote, or do we actually have to figure out which the correct one is here? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards dark horse's direction. I think mouse slide vine is the...
I think that's the better way to do it.
Yeah. 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 Hey, Magpie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the only reason I wanted to write it. We don't have to recapitulate everything that we wrote in the... Okay. LangTime uses various of its cases in possessive constructions. For the specifics on the semantics of possession, please go to the case section and review the case, the function of the cases. In terms of ordering, the possessor will always precede the possessee. One example is shown below. There we go. Okay, good. That's okay.
Done.
All right. Okay.
Woo.
So, then, all right, now we're back to, okay, so we figured out possession, so now we're back to this. What do we want to do for naming the language?
The question.
Like, what are the patrons going to be voting on?
Right, and Minnie is saying that they should vote. Nice, Minnie. That they should vote on meaning. Now, here's a question, and I don't know how much we want to do this, but we do have a 2-week gap. Do we want to actually, normally what we do is let the poll run for 2 weeks. Do we instead want to have 2 polls in our 2-week gap, one for meaning, one for sound, so the next time we are live, we will say what the name of the language is, and patrons will have a chance to know. But like...
That will be something. All right, so then the poll will end on Thanksgiving Day, and then the next poll will go up sometime that
So that way it still ends at the normal time, so you can get your votes in all the way up until the normal time. But then we'll shift it for the second week, so that way we use the whole time and we end up getting the language name before we go live again.
All right, sounds good.
I like that.
Cool.
And we can remind patrons when they join us on Saturday for the patron-only live stream.
Yes.
At noon Pacific.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have to wake up so early. Can't. Nando's hot. It doesn't make any sense. I'm never gonna understand cheeky Nando's and its usage. Oh. I will never be a Briton.
You will never be able to get cheeky Nando's. Cool.
All right.
Well, now we have 14 minutes to get back to whatever we want.
Yeah. Do we want to see if there are some other? And this is one thing. We don't have any way of doing participles yet. Please avoid using participles in the name of the language. Otherwise, what are we gonna do?
Cry.
I know, like.
It needs to be very noun heavy.
Like, we don't even have tense yet.
Well, that was actually gonna be my next question, was just not even to actually start on tense, of course, because 14 minutes is 14 minutes, but like, what are your ideas? Like, are we, because we had said that we, more than anything else, we're going to have more nouns. Everything else is going to be smaller classes, I think. But like on the verbs, because right now obviously we're just doing all the translations as like assuming that the bare form is some sort of simple present tense or something. But like what dreams did you have for this language in terms of tense?
Okay, I just had an idea. There's going to be lots of stuff, but I just had an idea that I really like, and so I want to throw it out there. So that we can kind of sift through it. I want to keep this up so that we have the protoforms, but I think that we can get rid of this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
You may want to, I mean, we can move it to the applicative section, or we can just leave it there.
Why not? We don't have to do assertion.
You passed it.
There we go. There needs to be a space between that anyway. Okay, so let's tense, aspect, and modality. LangTime has a dizzying array of strategies related to utilized along with varying combinations of tenses, aspects, and modalities. Let's start with there. That's the idea. That's the theme. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to break this down into sections, and the first section I think is going to be tense. This will need another bullet point. Oh dear. Hold on a moment. Oh dear. Oh dear.
You've ruined it!
Okay. There we are. And its bullet will be a star. Actually, I don't like the star now that I look at it. Let's have it be. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right. To indicate specificity with respect specifically to tense. Two different suffixes are used in conjunction with the perfect and imperfect aspects, which are going to be our two aspects. We just haven't done them yet. So this smells really good. These suffixes are derived from the words today and one day from today, either yesterday or tomorrow.
Ooh.
The combinations will work as follows. Okay. And then we're going to need another bullet. Let's do triangles.
A tiny triangle.
Very tiny, very subtle. Okay. All right. So imperfect plus today equals immediate future is out to perfect plus today equals immediate past, that is just perfect plus 1 day from today, that is future, that is that going to and perfect plus is past, that is there we go. Okay. All right. So that was my idea. What do you think of it?
And then, is anything going to be like present?
No.
There'll never be a bare form of a verb?
No, yeah. Just none of these.
Okay.
Here,
And Jonathan, he's doing 1 day from today because it could either be yesterday or tomorrow.
yeah.
So there's going to be like one word that means both yesterday and tomorrow.
Hindi does this. Hindi actually has another word that also means the day after tomorrow or the day before yesterday. It's got both.
Minnie, I think we're going to find out what unmarked is.
In the absence of either of these
Oh, and no worries, Jonathan.
tense suffixes, the aspect itself will carry the implication of the tense, that being gleaned from the context of the sentence, e.g. is Xing, was Xing, will be Xing, or imperfect, or Xed, have Xed, had Xed, will have Xed, or perfect. All right, there we go. What? So now we just need to do this.
Just. That's it. No biggie. And these are going to be suffixes, yes.
Yeah. Because they will be
Well,
adverbs And those adverbs will be.
Well, let's talk order because we have the reduplicative
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, this is going to be after that. The adverbs are going to come at the very end.
Okay. So the order then. Where did we talk about that?
Can you go to the stream real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. I see. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. At one point we had a big thing, didn't we? Like a map of how things were coming together on verbs.
Actually, Vaughn
here we
in
go.
Community once says, nah, bro, some worries. And the guy looks at him and says, whoa.
Oh, we need to change. We need to update our overall verb schema. Our negator is not a suffix.
Oh, no, it is. Remember?
We need.
We
Wait.
need to change those forms.
Yes, because we need
to
the
change
double
those
read.
forms.
Oh, Nike.
Okay. It's just these, though. It's just these three.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that now. Okay. Ju. And negated would be Ju. Low tone. All right. Good. Next. By the way, the thing that we're remembering is that we have this negative suffix. Remember, like that's an if, and so now we're adding it.
So now the me,
May.
which would be similar to zum,
Me.
would be
Memi.
memi. A high-low, right?
Yeah. So, Memi. Okay, and then the double negation, G, and Memi. Huh. It's getting pretty long.
Isn't that what polysynthesis is all about?
Okay.
Like I 100% forget.
Do we want to get rid of that now?
I guess.
Cái cảnh này nhỉ? Cái cảnh này nhỉ? Cái cảnh này nhỉ? Cái cảnh này nhỉ? Okay. How's this data language? Okay, what's up?
Okay. I was just double checking. I'm trying to remember, like, there's a lot we should delete out of here.
What are you trying to remember?
Rid of it. But I'm just trying to remember what the negation came from. It was just the addition of an E, right?
No, IF.
IF, okay. And did we write that somewhere other than... Okay. We now have a note that it comes from IF. Otherwise, like, we didn't, I don't think.
Somewhere. Remember, it was like we were just going to throw an F on the end. And you know what? It's just F. And remember, I is just inserted because that's our epenthetic vowel. There we go. Right there. Figure out if we have a negative particle. Bang. F is codiconsonant.
Okay.
But the I is inserted Because eyes are epenthetical.
I feel much better about this chart. I just
Right on.
was lost for a minute.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, I think that whew, we are done for today, but
Yeah.
patrons, be ready because you will be voting this week on the meanings that will go into the language name. And then next week you'll get to vote on sounds. And patrons, as already said, but another final reminder, 12 o'clock noon Pacific time. We will be doing our patron-only live stream on Saturday. And next week we'll have an episode that releases, we hope. We gotta get one recorded.
Oh, it's going to be so exciting. It's going to be the best thing that we've ever done.
You better come up with some ideas. We're gonna be recording a special episode for Thanksgiving Day. We will not be live on Thanksgiving. We hope you all have a wonderful 2 weeks until we see you again here. And for all who celebrate it, happy Thanksgiving.
Goodbye, everybody.
Stay grammar.